Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit. I'm so glad you could join me. I'm sorry that we're starting a little bit early. This class that I'm taking right now is running late. We're reconvening at 1:30, and I just want to make sure that we cover everything in today's broadcast. This is the ninth day for Navaratri, the 9 nights of the Divine Mother. And so we have gone a full cycle in spiritual evolution, and we are ending with the goddess Kamala, who is none other than the goddess Kali in the form of Ma Lakshmi. Just want to say before we begin, there will be no puja tomorrow on account of the class. I highly encourage everybody to join the Victory Day celebration at Shiva Sai Mandir. I believe that's 6 or 7 tomorrow. Either way, you can get the information on shivamandir.org. And then we will be having our own victory celebration the next day on Monday, the 11th, 7 p.m. We'll be doing a mini fire puja to all 10 of the Mahavidya goddesses. And that will be at 7 p.m. And you can join us on YouTube, or you're also welcome to join us in person at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. So let's make ourselves comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. Clear our minds. Prepare for this final working for the final Mahavidya. So Ma Lakshmi, we see seated upon a lotus, floating on the ocean. The lotus, of course, being associated with both wisdom and purity. She's being bathed by 2 elephants. Elephants being symbols of strength, power, and also good fortune, and also the removal of obstacles. Very often, Ma Lakshmi and Lord Ganesha are pictured together. She is also holding a lotus, actually 2 lotuses, and coins are dropping from her hands. Looking at her conical crown, this tells us that it is this particular painting is a South Indian image, and there are many temples that have spires shaped like by this crown. So, in our spiritual evolution, Ma Kamala symbolizes the goal that has been attained. And also, she personifies another role in which we can manifest that divine within ourselves upon this earth, and that's through gifts of sharing our fortune, gifts of benevolence as well. I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center, and we'll open with the 3 syllables Aing, Reem, and Kleem. Inhale. Aing. Reem. Kleem. Om Pavitra Pavitro Vasarvadistam Gatopiva Yashmade Pandikaksham Savyavyanta Sushi. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah. Jai Ganesha. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namah. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Kalase Putana Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Mahadevye Cha Vidmaye Kamala Priyaye Dhimai Tano Kamala Prachodayat. Jima Kamala. Our puja mantra will be Om Srim Namah. 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 So I invite you now to close your eyes and breathe deeply. And let the words of the Sita Upanishad guide your consciousness to where it needs to be at this moment. Sita, by the way, is a form of Mahalakshmi, Kamala. The gods indeed said to Prajapati, Shiva is lord of the animals. Who is Sita? What is her form? And then Lord Prajapati replied, she is Sita. Being the first cause, Sita is known as Prakriti. Of Pranava too, she is the cause, and so is named Prakriti. Maya in the very essence is Sita, of three-lettered form called Vishnu, the world seed, and Maya too is the letter E. The letter Sha denotes truth immortal, achievement, Shiva with his consort. Ta denotes the queen of speech, united with Brahma, the deliverer. The goddess who is the great illusion, whose form is unmanifest, and who is denoted by the letter E, becomes manifest, beauteous in the moon, faultless of limb, decked with ornamental garlands, pearls, and other adornments. At first, at the time of Vedic studies, she is essentially the clear Vedic speech. Secondly, on earth, at the tip of the plow, she springs up, who, as the bliss of Brahman realization, is ever present. Thirdly, as denoted by E, she becomes manifest. So is she Sita. Thus they explain in the text of the light of liberation. By Sri Rama's presence enabled the universe, she sustains all embodied beings. She brings forth, sustains, and withdraws. Sita must be known. She is the first cause, as Om is that cause. Declare the Brahman knowers. Now, therefore, inquiry into Brahman. She here is all the Vedas, all the gods, all the worlds, all renown, all virtue, all ground, effect, and cause. The great beauty of the Lord of gods. She has a form which is different and yet the same. She is the essence of the intelligent and the inert. She is all from Brahma to stalks and stones. She is embodied, owing to distinctions and attributes and activities. She assumes the forms of gods, sages, men, and Gandharvas, of demons, friends, spirits, ghosts, goblins, etc., and of the elements, sense organs, minds, and vital breaths. That divine being is threefold, though. Her power, namely the power of desire, the power of action, and the power of knowledge. The power of desire is the threefold Sri Bhumi, the earth, and Nila, the goddess with the blue skin. Auspicious is in form of Sri, the power of holiness. In the form of Bhumi, the sun, the moon, and the fire are the forms of Nila. As the moon, she is the mistress of the herb, she is the tree of plenty, flowers, fruits, creepers, and bowers, the mistress of medicinal plants and physicians. She is the divine draught of immortality, yielding the fruit of massive splendor. She satisfies the gods with ambrosia and the animals with grass, on which, respectively, the gods and animals live. She illuminates all worlds day and night, in the garb of the sun, etc. She determines as determinations of time, such as the smallest moment, hour, day, with its 8 divisions, day of the week and night, as also the fortnight, month, season, 6 months, and year, and as the prescriber of the term of human life as the 100 years. She maintains herself and is known as delay and speed. Thus, wheel-like, she revolves as the wheel of time, the wheel of the universe, etc., comprising all dimensions of time, from the moment up to 50 years of Brahma's life. All the luminous temporal divisions are the specific determinations of this very time, the container of all. As the fire, she is the food and drink of living beings, their hunger and thirst. As regards to God, she has the form of sacrifice. As regards the herbs in the forest, she is the coolness and the warmth, both inside and outside the fuel. She dwells eternal and fleeting. The goddess Sri assumes a threefold form in conformity with the Lord's will for the protection of the world. That she is styled Sri and Lakshmi is known. The goddess Bu is the earth, comprising the 7 islands and the seas, the container and the contents of the 14 worlds, such as the Bu, etc. Her presence is Pranava, the manifested world, the world of causes. Nila is festooned with lightnings. To nourish all herbs and living beings, she assumes all forms. The power of desire is earth's support. At the root of the world, she assigns the form of water, being known as consisting of frogs and supporting the worlds. The real form of the power of action is as follows. From Hari, Lord Vishnu's mouth, proceeds sound, From this sound the drop, thence the syllable Om. From this desire distinctively proceeds the Mount Rama, the abode of the Vaishnavis. On the mount flourish manifold branches, representing action and knowledge. The primal science of the Vedas, 3, reveals all sense. They are the 3 comprising Rik, Yagyas, and Samhan, the 3 great Vedas. Based in fact fourfold, they are called Rik, Yajas, Saman, and Atharvan. The 3 are so framed as they concern the 4 priests, form text of triple sense, lingas, and much else. The Atharvan is in essence Re, Rik, Yajas, and Saman too. Yet separated is it, being the main of magic sense. The Rigveda does flourish, the branches 21. The Yagyas is well known in 9 and hundreds various schools. Samaveda has 1,000 branches, the Atharva Veda but 50. The Vaiknashya philosophy of intuition is concerned with Vaiknashya, and is that sages ever engage themselves. Rituals, grammar, phonetics, etymology, astronomy, and meter are the 6 limbs of Vedic knowledge. The minor limbs are Vedanta, the Mimamsa, the treatise on Nyaya, the Puranas upheld. By the knowers of the law, so she of meditation, the chapters. Ethics of the Vedic lore, all branches, tradition, law upheld. The Rishis' great history and legend, these are the great powers. The 5 minor Vedas are architecture and archery, music, medicine, and occult thought. The discipline, the rites, the gloss and lore, conquest supreme of breath, these 21 are renowned as self-evident. The word of Vishnu at first sprang forth from the Vedas tree. As the old sage Vaiknasya, the 3 sprang forth. Hear all from me, the eternal Brahmic form, the power to act. The manifest power is but the memory of the Lord, the essence, its manifestation and evolution, restriction and promotion, substance and upflaring. It is the cause of the patient and the latent, possessing all feet, limbs, faces, colors. It is at once different and non-different from the Lord, and unfailing consort of the Lord, perpetually dependent on him. She becomes patient and latent, and is called the manifest power because she is competent to bring about, through the mere closing and opening of her eyes, cessation, sustentation, and retraction, suppression, and promotion. The power of desire is threefold. At the time of retraction, for the sake of rest, she rests on the right side of the Lord's chest in the shape of Srivastya. She is the power of yoga. The form of the power enjoyment is enjoyment associated with the tree of plenty, the wish-granting cow, the wish-fulfilling gem, and the 9 treasures such as the precious conch and lotus. She is impelled by the devotion of the worshipper, whether sought or unsought, to yield enjoyments as a result of rites, compulsory or optional, like the Agnihotra, or as a result of the 8 limbs of yoga practice, namely restraint, discipline, posture, control of breath, withdrawal, attention, meditation, and contemplation, or as a result of the Lord's image, is pinnacled temples, or as a result of ceremonial baths, or of worship of the many names, or as the result of giving food, drink, etc., for pleasing the Lord. All this is done through the power of enjoyment. Now, the power of heroism, four-armed, is described. She indicates by her gestures fearlessness, the granting of boons. She bears the lotus crowned and bedecked. She is surrounded by all the gods, is bathed at the foot of the tree of plenty by four elephants, in ambrosial waters from bejeweled pots. All divinities, Brahma and others, render reverence unto her. She is vested with the 8 miraculous powers, such as becoming atomic in proportion. She is lauded by the wish-granting cow, who is before her. She is extolled by the Vedas and the Shastras, etc. Celestial nymphs, like Jaya, wait upon her. The luminaries, the sun and the moon, shed splendor on her. Tumbur, Narada, and the others sing of her glory. The full moon and the new moon days hold the umbrella over her. Her delightful beings hold the whisks. Svaha and Svada fan her. Burgu and other supernatural beings adore her. The goddess Lakshmi is seated on a divine lion throne in the lotus posture, affecting all causes and effects. The steady image of the Lord's idea of differentiation, she beautifies with tranquil eyes, adorned by all the gods. She is known as the beauty of heroism. This is the secret. Which you should either listen to and meditate on or to join in our mantra. Om Srim Namah. 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 Om Sava Mangala Mangalye Shiva Svada Sadike Saranye Trambake Devi Narayane Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Kadavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvidyavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Om. Jai Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi. Jai Ma Kamala. Jai Ma Mahavidya Devi. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath, bringing your awareness back to your personal space. I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Jai Ma. And thank you. So, 9 days, 9 nights, 10 goddesses. I hope that you'll join us 7 o'clock on Monday for our Victory Day celebration, where we'll celebrate all 10 of these great wisdoms. Until then, I hope you join the celebration at Shiva Sai Mandir tomorrow. And I invite you to take the power of these pujas with you into the days and weeks and months ahead. Thank you again.